started. Um, in regards to where I left off in saying that I was staring off into space. Now, as funny as it sounds, that's something that seems to come natural for me. My mind just kind of goes blank, and I'm not really thinking of anything in particular at all. And my mind just goes blank, and I just kind of stare off into space. Instead of looking at something specifically, I'm more or less looking through it. Um, Outside of that, after I have, it's not one continuously long episode of that, but it's, oh, some are like really short, some are just short, and some are a moderate length, where I'll find that I've been kind of staring off into space or just kind of stuck, as you were. I mean, I nickname it stuck because there's really no other name for me to try to describe it. You're just stuck. And like I said, that just kind of can go on for a while, for up to an hour or two. I think an hour and a half is like the longest I've ever seen it go. But outside of that, once you're kind of back into reality, you pretty much just kind of pick up where you left off and go back to putzing around with your programs. Or sometimes what I'll even do is I'll even go online to there's a couple of certain websites which I'm not going to name because they're not paying me to advertise for them, but there's a couple of websites that I go to play puzzle type games and things like that, to try to keep my mind active and keep me thinking and working on things. The thinking and working on things is what really helps keep my mind going, and from what I'm told, it actually slows down the process. So the more I think about things, the better. Now, once a week, speaking of thinking about things, once a week I do work on Grace's laptop. I'm kind of like the in-house IT tech, if you will. Um, and there I will run, various scans and stuff like that, and fix programs, tweaker programs. Lately, I've been more or less, especially with Windows 10, I've been more or less tweaking it. And I've been tweaking it to help benefit her in regards to where, like for example, she can integrate Cortana with her phone, even though she does not have a Windows phone. Um, Integrate it with her phone and her laptop, so everything is coordinated with her calendars and her work schedules and things like that. I have done the same thing for myself, and that's helped me out quite a bit, and I actually enjoy using it. But anyway, there's things like that where the more I think, actually, the better it makes me feel. It really does. It makes me feel really good doing stuff like that. It makes me feel productive. It makes me feel like I'm more than just a lump. But outside of that, there's not really much that goes on with my day. As far as going on to this one website to play games, I have a female friend of mine from New York. We've been friends for quite a while. Her and I will go on this website, and we'll play Canasta. And that can also definitely get your mind thinking a little bit. And I actually have gotten to the point where I enjoy playing the game with her. And a lot of times it's a challenge, but I still find it very enjoyable. And it works. But her and I do that like, I don't know, every other day maybe, if that. Sometimes only 2 or 3 times a week. And that's okay. We don't have to play every day. We don't have to play every other day. It's just nice to be able to have those when those occasions do arise that I've got someone I can go and play games with. Um, Outside of that, other than waiting for Grace to get home from work, there really isn't too much of anything. The hell? There really isn't too much of anything that I really do. So I guess you can kind of say I am more or less a lump. But I would say at least 80% of the time, I'm a happy lump. So with that, be good to yourself and others.